Welcome to the Super Chevy Brothers podcast. This is your host, Travar, joined by your other host, Traval. How's it going, Vico?
It's going great. It's going good. I've been angry, but in a good way. I don't know. I'm just kidding. It's been going good. Been staying inside. Been trying to relax. Playing a lot of video games. Trying to stay offline as much as possible. Been hanging in there though. I've been doing good. What about you? How you been doing?
Just working and watching the news and seeing everything burn down.
Fuck yeah! Burn it all down.
You seem very happy to see everything burn down.
Abolish the police. Fuck them.
It just, it's really fun playing RoboCop. Just especially
fuck you.
No, it's just like he's just so ridiculous. I mean, he's RoboCop, right?
Yeah, he's RoboCop. Yeah, just
and then at the same time, I don't just kill people. I like shoot them 80,000 times and blow their arms off. It's just like real life.
It's just like being a real cop. Yeah, it's the same shit.
It's pretty fun.
Hey, does RoboCop shoot fucking plastic pellets at people and take their eyes out? Is that something he does?
No. He fortunately shoots real bullets.
Does he shoot tear gas? A peaceful protest.
He does. He does shoot tear gas.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he does have tear gas. He has a riot shield, tear gas. He has you can gear him up just like a riot cop.
I mean, costs just as much money too. No, I mean, I hated playing against them. We played Mortal Kombat last night. I'm getting used to Fusion. Fusion's pretty cool, but RoboCop's a bitch. I don't like him. I wish he wasn't in the game. I feel like the developers at MK were like, let's go look at all those old comments. People saying, "Wow, I can't play online. Jackie is here. Let's just make a whole character based on that and make people pay for it along with it." So RoboCop came out at the opportune time. I think he may be the best cop around only because he doesn't exist. So
oh, see, that's how long did it take you to come up with that one?
That was off the dome. That wasn't planned. I promise. But I mean, I've been mostly trying to focus on video games. I actually beat like 2 games in the past week only because I was almost done with them.
No, you didn't. What'd you beat?
I beat Nier Automata. I got all the endings finally. So that game,
Automata.
Yeah, Automata. Whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. I have no idea. They never say it in the game. It's not a thing.
I'm just messing with it. It's not even a word you should ever have to
Automata? Say. Automata. I don't fucking know. Great game. I recommend people play that. It's definitely one of the better games I think from this generation. Just I would say beat it as fast as you can. Don't dwell. I'm gonna give you a tip ahead of time. Don't waste your entire first playthrough doing every side quest. You can do it on the second one. Like, don't waste your time or else you're gonna get bored of the game. You're gonna be like me and you won't finish the last 3 endings until 3 years after the game is out.
Hey, text Kawanika and tell her bring me my phone back.
Yeah, sure. Okay, sounds good. So yeah, no, that game's good. And I also beat Devil May Cry 4 because I was on level 19 out of 20 with Nero. So I beat the Nero and Dante campaign, but there's like 3 more campaigns in the special edition. So I'm still playing that. And I'm also still playing Spider-Man. I realized I never finished a Spider-Man DLC ever. So I finished the first one and I started Turf Wars, and I'll be done with them in like a week. They're not that long. They're pretty easy. I have all the upgrades already, but the game is super fun and it still looks really fucking good. So
oh yeah, the game looks good.
If you're one person out there that hasn't played Spider-Man yet, I don't know what you're doing. It's a good game, so you should play it.
I played it all when it happened. I mean, the DLCs, maybe it's better when you have them all together. I mean, It was fine. I liked it, but it's like I do want a Spider-Man game where there's more stuff to do. I mean, they added more stuff to do in the DLC, yeah, but I don't know. Just it does get into that open world
Yeah.
repetitive, chase a criminal. I mean, the stuff's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun to do.
No, no, I get it. Because, I mean, that's why I didn't do it first. Because I beat the game. And it took me a while to beat the game because I platinumed the game, like, with that last trophy. So, like, except for the new game plus stuff. Like, I platinumed the game. So, like, I did everything in the game. And then the DLC came out and I started the DLC and I was like, I'm burnt out on this. So that was like a year ago and now I'm playing it again and it's really fun. So I'm probably going to just play that before I get tired of it again, try to wrap that up before Last of Us 2 comes out. But it's a good game. I mean, everything with the DLC is just as well done as the main story and stuff. So they didn't like cut any corners or anything. So I mean, it'll be cool to see what they come up with next. But I mean, in the meantime, I'm just really trying to get shit out of the way so I can play other games whenever they come out. Because Last of Us 2 comes out soon. Ghost of Tsushima comes out next month. So, and I also do not want Last of Us 2 spoiled. So I'm just trying to get everything out of the way as possible so that when that game comes out, I can dedicate all my time to that. What about you? What you been doing? I know you streamed Mortal Kombat. If you fuckers didn't watch that, you're not real. No, I'm just kidding. What you been doing? How much have you played?
Yeah, so I did my first Twitch foray, and it was pretty horrible. So the webcam worked fine. I found this old Logitech webcam from I think 2004, which is very high tech back then. It's at a full 720p, just like I like it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I bought this thing, right? So here's the thing: I got a PlayStation 4 Pro, right? And the thing about the Pro is it's beautiful and does things beautifully. But the problem is I have an Elgato HD 60, which
Isn't that an old one?
yeah, it just does 1080, right? Which is fine. But I'm not gonna watch. Look, I got this big beautiful TV. I got a big beautiful PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm not gonna play my game. I'm not gonna play. Yeah, Biko's showing the stream right now. I'm not gonna play my game. All right, I'm not gonna play my game on my screen in 1080p.
Wait,
when I
so
have
you're telling me that's why the stream was slowed down because you didn't just want to tone your shit down to 1080p?
No, you're not listening. Why did
Okay.
I already explained why I didn't turn it down to 1080p? Did you listen?
You don't want to watch. You don't want to play your game like that.
So what did I do?
You didn't do that.
So what did I do?
You left it on for 4K and you just kept it rocking.
No, buddy.
What'd you do? Okay. Whatever.
See, this is what happens when you don't listen.
No, I didn't listen. I also drank like 3 glasses of wine before this. Let's just keep this rolling.
See what's happening this one. So I was at what we would call a dilemma. I either stream the game through the HD 60, whatever, at 1080, and then have a garbage 1080p on my screen, which I don't ever want to see ever again. It's 2020. Or I don't stream at all.
Pause. Does MK11 even run in 4K?
Doesn't matter. My menu runs in 4K, so my
no.
Yeah. Or I stream it through the PlayStation, and the PlayStation is pretty smart. I can play the game in highest resolution, but it'll stream at 1080p. Like, that's not bad. But, what's the point of being on Twitch and streaming if you don't have a cameras? So if I would do that, I don't have a cameras and I don't have control over the stream or any of the chat or anything like that. So I figured I might as well go full blown and figure out how to do it. Mm-hmm. So I went to Amazon and I click-clackety, and I typed and I found the HD splitter. But it's very important. It's not just a splitter. All right. It's for any of you boys and girls out there who don't want to go and pay a butt ton of money for an HD 60S Plus. I think it's like $250 or $200 right now.
Oh, shit. That you bought? No, they're pretty expensive. I was looking into buying one today. Yeah.
You could just buy the old one for like $90 because I got the old one. I got this like 4 years ago or something. And you can buy this splitter. But the important thing It's not just a splitter. A splitter is a splitter. You know what a splitter does. Take one, make
Yeah.
two. This one is a splitter downscaler. Now, does that sound interesting or does that sound interesting? It downscales. So I can put the signal in at 4K.
Mm-hmm.
And the signal from one side will come out in 4K, and the signal from the other side, because I've turned on the downscaler, will come in at 1080. So that solves the problem.
So you didn't use this during the stream, right?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, just making sure.
No. See, the problem with the stream is that my computer is basically the human equivalent of an 80-year-old man who lost his liver, has one leg, but he gets by. And that's basically what it is. And you asked him to run a marathon. That's what my computer was doing last night. It was trying really hard. I used this thing called live stream. I think it is. It's an online
light stream.
Right, it's at the bottom of the thing there. I use light stream. It was garbage. I mean, the webcam was fine. If you look at the webcam, it's cutting frames here and there.
No, the webcam looks good.
You look at the gameplay. The gameplay is like, it's choppy. It's like the letters.
It's like it's running on max graphics on a PC from 1995.
It's like chopped lettuce at a Japanese restaurant. It's choppy. It's not great at all. So,
half a frame per second.
But one of the other problems is that with my Elgato setup thing, one of my settings was probably, and now that I've looked into it more, was probably eating up my my CPU and my all that junk, and that was killing the stream because this computer is trying to stream it and do other things. And I was going through kind of like two filters instead of one. I didn't think that the Elgato software had so when you stream, there are these things called scenes.
Yeah.
Right? That's how when you watch a streamer, they push a button and it changes to a different screen or it changes to a different graphic or whatever. Those are called scenes, right? So when I had my Elgato software, that seemed like it wasn't available to me. There's an option in the options. One option is called completely fuck your PC, and the other one is called maybe you want to stream okay. And the one that says fuck your PC off, that one was checked, and the one that says maybe you want to stream okay, that one was unchecked. So I went back and I've done that. So we'll try it again.
So as you can see, the gameplay looks amazing, but it's as if they were painting each frame of the game one frame at a time, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost.
But every dark cloud has a silver lining, right? You know what I mean?
Sure.
So no one watched. So it's not like.
What do you mean? It says 1,000 views right here. What are you talking about?
No. No one watched. It was perfect. I mean, I spent a lot of time on this thing. I had like 3 lighting setups. I did all this stuff. Whatever. It's fine. Yeah. We'll make it work better. I just need a new PC. I'm thinking about dropping a hundo. How do you say 1,000 in Spanish?
A stack.
No, in Spanish.
In Spanish?
100 in Spanish is hundo.
Hundo?
How do you say? Yeah, it's a hundo. How do you say 1,000 in Spanish?
I actually don't remember.
How do you say 1,000 in Spanish?
I actually don't remember.
A grando?
No, it's like I don't remember. I'm not going to embarrass myself on my own platform.
Today I talked to a lady and I said, is this called the Cajun? And she said, the cajon. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I said. And she laughed for a good 4 minutes. Couldn't even stop talking. Yeah, my Spanish is gone. Completely, utterly wiped away.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so just like no one's watching this stream at the moment. Hey guys, this would be the best time for you to hop right into the Discord, which for whatever reason has gained people in the past week.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys like post? I don't understand what's going on with that.
Also, we never tell people when we're live streaming, so that probably doesn't help either.
I mean, we just did. I mean, that's good enough, right? I mean,
Yeah.
hey,
Did you text Kalonica? Like I said, I
I
need my
did
phone.
text Monica. She just ignored me.
Text her again. Not her phone. Text my phone.
What?
Text my
You didn't
text
say that
my
before.
text my phone saying, "Hey, Kalonica, take the phone up to Javar."
Okay, sure. It sounds
Even
good.
you can call it if you'd like. You know what? I might call it.
No, how are you? Wait, why are you calling it if you need your phone?
Because I needed to bring it.
What?
Don't worry, man. It's not that difficult. I'm gonna, call you. Come on the phone. Call me on the
Good.
phone.
Okay. Well, anyway, I mean, so is that all you played this week? Mortal Kombat. That's it.
Yeah. So I played Mortal Kombat. I went to Twitch Prime and I downloaded all those games that I can't. I don't know why I downloaded them. Can't play them on this
Yeah.
computer.
Why did?
But I did.
I told you I would download Civ 6 last week. I didn't download this shit. I can't run on any of the computers in my house. The fuck?
No,
No.
there's no way. There's no way that's running. I downloaded like 8 KOF games or something. It's like, nah, those aren't gonna work. I mean, they're old games, but at the same time,
Oh
I'm just
yeah. Yeah, no, you can run those. Those will work. Those will
nah.
work just fine.
Nah.
Dude, you can
How
run.
old is
I
your
mean, if you can run
how old
Pokemon on there.
How old is your computer? Because your
Old.
computer's trash.
It's from like 2012, maybe 2013.
Your computer's not that old.
I'm sure. Okay, maybe like 2016, 2017, maybe. But it's
Yeah,
not like
see,
a great computer. It's not like state of the
my
art or anything. It's like it gets the job done. It's like a Google Chromebook, but it puts makeup on itself to make itself think it's pretty. Like it's garbage, but it gets the job done. I'm not really too proud of it, but no, my computer's not much better. I can't even do the cool like Zoom thing with the background where I could be in space or some shit or like no, I
you did
can't do
that
that.
last week.
I can't really do that. I mean, because if I do it, I have to be like, oh, pick that, and it'll either make the wood some shit or it'll make whatever the fuck that is behind me something else. So yeah, no, it doesn't work. We're working with bum computers, so if you could send money to my Cash App, $ CHEVALLP.
That is so bummy, dog.
That would be
For
great.
real. Oh
Bro,
my
listen,
god.
I have a free money account. You better send me some goddamn money.
That's so
Bro,
lame.
people sent me money randomly this week for no reason.
You sure? Are you sure it wasn't like some? All right.
They don't know
That's
where I live. I just have my cash tag and my Twitter bio, and people are like, yo, here's some money.
right.
Times are hard.
50 cents. All right, I see. Um, yeah, that's all I did. Mortal Kombat. Did you ever finish? Did you watch? Did you watch a stream or did you play the game?
Okay, so I watched the stream. From what I could see, the game looked cool. I have not gotten to the story yet, but I have used each of the characters in the character pack. So I have impressions of each. RoboCop's a bitch. That's all I have to say about RoboCop. Fujin's really cool. He has zoning ability, but he also has a lot of cool stuff. People mid range. Not exactly a great, you know, close combat character, but he's there.
Nah, you
Um,
see, that's the thing. You don't got the fighting game brains that I do because
just saying I'm not old.
I see Fujin, and I'm doing the ticket takas and the calculations in my brain. I see Fujin being a combo god.
No, he has some good combos. I mean, he told me he has an unlimited one, which I'm gonna look into that. But I'm sure it's gonna get patched out soon because it's 2020. But
I think it's already
yeah,
patched.
yeah, exactly. So I'm not even worried about it. But no, I mean he's cool. Shiva's cool. She was really cool. I got some more time to use her early
People are
this
already
morning.
complaining about she. The only complaint I have about Shiva is that her ah. Just the way what her character is and the voice they decided to give her,
Mm-hmm.
she sounds like the corniest character in the game.
Really? I haven't
Well,
played
like
story, so I
because
don't have like
her voice is so deep. No, her lines are fine, and when she's in the story and there's context and stuff happening around her, she seems completely okay. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with her there. But like when you start a match and they have like the dialogue and stuff like that, it's kind of corny because like her voice is so deep for a female voice. It's really deep for a female voice, and
Right.
it's
I
kind of
mean,
like it
she's a
sounds like
Shokan though.
yeah, but it sounds like a woman trying to do a really deep voice. I don't know if they did. They probably did some audio things to make it sound deep or whatever. But when she says
Yeah.
stuff, it just seems really, really, really cheesy. Like RoboCop says something like, "RoboCop, I'm RoboCop, cop, cop, cop," and then she says something, "I will test your might," and it's just really strange. She's.
I mean, the last game she was in, I mean, you know, canon was like the 90s. Maybe she's just stuck there. You never know.
Like RoboCop will be like, "I'm a RoboCop. Why am I here?" and and then she will be like, she'll say some like, I will beat your face in."
Fatality. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I haven't noticed.
It's not like it's not like the writing's not bad and the voice acting is fine. It's just she in particular I don't know, she sticks out to me when she talks.
Well, I mean, RoboCop sticks out too. He literally has fucking clips from the movie as his lines. Like he doesn't even have like a voice record. It's literally like it sounds. It has all the audio fries still in it. Like it's like free. Like it's like they took a VHS. They tried to shove it in a fucking laptop. They're like, ah, shit, this doesn't work. So then they put it in a VCR. They recorded it with an iPhone and they uploaded it to the game.
All of that was re-recorded and put in. They have the guy doing the voice.
What? Really?
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's hilarious because he's RoboCop, right? He's not got emotions.
They will repair you.
Yeah, right? So like you'll destroy someone. You'll beat someone up, and in between rounds, it's like, they will repair you. It's just hilarious. He's horrible. Or when like there's a line, there's something happening where he talks to Cassie, and Cassie's like, "Oh, so you thought I was gonna be like a Beverly Hills woman or something?" And so many of his responses are just, "Yes." Yes.
I mean, he's RoboCop, so
yes,
I'm not surprised. Oh, I also got to use Joker finally. Joker's pretty cool. I used Spawn a while ago. Spawn is also cool. So the guest characters, I feel like Mortal Kombat does guest characters the best, except for like, you know, games that are only guest characters, like, you know, Smash Bros. But the Smash Bros. Isn't a real fighting game. But I mean, I feel like they do guest characters the best in every realm. So it's cool to see, you know, those characters actually part of the game. They work. They're fun to play as. They don't feel like stitched into the game or weird. Like I remember Sub-Zero being in Injustice 2 worked really well, and Raiden being in there worked really well as well too. And I think the Ninja Turtles are in the second one too, right?
Injustice 2, yeah.
Yeah. So like they really they're really on a streak with this. It seems like from that Ed Boon interview we talked about last week that, you know, they're gonna keep adding like more nostalgic characters and stuff. But I don't know. I really like this DLC. It's really good. I need to actually play through the story. I haven't had time to sit down and just play through it.
If you like single player stuff too, there's a lot to enjoy. Like they've changed all the augments around, and there's a kind of like another grind. It's not even a long grind. You just, oh, Alexa, shut up. Alexa, do not disturb me.
Damn, she's telling all your information. Shit.
There you go. So, yeah, like if you like playing single player, there's a lot to play and do.
Right.
Single player won't make you a better player, but there's a lot to do. Well, all right. Well, that's enough of that. Time for the news.
Oh shit. Bong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so welcome to the news. The first thing we're talking about is going to be, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so the PS5, they set a date for basically they told everybody, hey, get your shit together. We're gonna have y'all optimize your games only for fucking PlayStation 5. So basically in this article, this is from Game Informer earlier this week, backwards compatibility is a big thing for consoles. So as of July 13th, Sony says that developers must make titles technically playable on the PlayStation 5. So basically they're telling people, okay, after this date, make games for this console only. We don't want you, like, you can optimize, you can make things available for PS4, but like we need your game to be technically for PS5. So I mean,
when I read this, I think everyone misunderstood what this means.
yeah. No, I mean,
because a
I
lot of
saw the
people are
headline
saying,
look really stupid. It was like PlayStation 5 game will only be able to play PlayStation 5, or it was something stupid like that that misrepresented exactly what it means, because it's not that hard to understand, really.
yeah, like I think when I hear people talking about this, they say stuff like, "Oh, Sony's decided that they're dropping the PlayStation 4," or other people saying things like, "Oh, the PlayStation 5 games are gonna have so much better graphics and stuff because the developers don't have to focus on making a PlayStation 4 version." Um, I don't think that's what it's saying. I think that what it's saying is that if you're going to release a game on PlayStation 4 from this date on, it has to be able to be played on PlayStation 5.
Yes.
When I read it, that's what I thought it meant. When I hear other people talking about it, it sounds like it means 15 other things. I might be wrong, but
well, no, I mean, I've read multiple reports, because the report that I put in our agenda is from Game Informer, but I've seen multiple places. Just kind of come in and be like, well, they're saying that they're not going to make games for PS4, and that's not true. Like, if you even read the quote from like the guy who kind of put this report out, he's like, no, we just want your games to be like basically optimized for PlayStation 5. Like, yes, they'll play on PS4 if you want them on PS4, but like you have to have a version that will play on PS5. Like, they won't. To me, it's not that they won't let people make games that are only for PS4, which I mean, that makes sense because that's their next console. They want you to focus on that. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, and as far as Sony is concerned, they've never tried to kill one of their consoles as the new one comes out. Like the PS3, they still release new games for that on PS Plus for years after the PS4 was out. And the PS4 is going to be no different. They're going to keep that alive probably like 10 years after the PS5 is rocking. And I mean,
I see the PS4 being around for a while just because the way, especially the way the machines are, there's no reason to really give it up. It's not like, I mean, you can do 4K on them. You can play most of the games on them. You still have a giant library of stuff. I'm sure like the leap will be big enough for people who want to switch over. But I mean, if you have a PlayStation 4, if you need the cash to get a 5, sure, I see people selling it for that. But do I still sound like RoboCop?
No. You don't sound like RoboCop anymore.
If you still need that, but I don't think that's. I think people will keep the PlayStation 4. I might even keep mine and just put it in a different room.
I'm keeping mine. I'm putting it in the bedroom and then putting my PS5.
But I don't know, man. He's been over the past week, I think 2 or 3 times. Old girl is. I turned her off. Right. Went to bed.
Who's old girl?
The PlayStation 4.
Oh, okay, duh.
I turned her off. Her name is Yuki, by the way. I turned her off, put into rest mode, and I came back like, I don't know, 22 hours later, and she was still turning off.
Jesus!
Like, oh my God.
Okay, see, I don't have a PS4 Pro, and like, I get it. Mine gets really loud sometimes, especially with some of the newer games. When I'm playing Spider-Man PS4, it looks amazing on my television, but boy, my PlayStation sounds like it's choking on a crack pipe. It is fucking awful. It sounds terrible when it's running. I mean, right now, like God of War is on the screen. When I was playing God of War on my PS4, it would not shut the fuck up because that game is. I think that's the best looking game that came out on PS4. People would say Horizon Zero Dawn. I think God of War.
You think God of War is the best game?
the best
Best
looking
looking?
game. I think it's the best. That game looks fucking nuts. That I think the top 3 best looking games on PS4 are God of War, Spider-Man, and fucking Horizon. I would say Horizon because I saw Horizon I think in 4K like the week it came out because one of my friends
Like,
got
what do
it
you mean
and it
best
blew
looking?
my
Like
fucking mind.
most realistic stuff?
Well, it's just like everything looks crisp. Like it's not even that it looks realistic. It's just that it's good to look at. Like there's no like any like anti-aliasing. Like nothing like looks fucking weird or out of place. Like everything looks smooth. The art style meshes well. Like it looks good. And I mean, God of War. Like I guess it's not the most colorful games. Like that's why like I think Horizon Zero Dawn and Spider-Man look great as well. But I mean, like I feel like those are the top 3 best looking games. I thought God of War looked incredible the whole time I played it. I thought that game was insane to look at graphically. But
What about Uncharted?
Uncharted 4, oh shit. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Uncharted 4 Lost Legacy, they're interchangeable because they look exactly the same. I mean,
If you're
Lost
just
Legacy
going,
on screen, but
like if you're just going after, because like saying a game A looks better than game B, you could be meaning lots of different things. Like if you want to go aesthetics, I'd say Bloodborne to me looks better than Horizon. But if you want to go like fidelity, I definitely go with Horizon, right?
Okay. Well, if we're talking fidelity, that's what I mean. That's what I mean by like, graphic, like impressive graphics. Because like we're looking at Lost Legacy right now, right? And it's reminding me how good like Uncharted 4. You're right. It is like now I'm gonna trade some of those out. I'm gonna say God of War. I'm gonna say God of War, Uncharted, and I'm still gonna say Spider-Man. I still think Spider-Man looks
Like for me, Spider-Man has like very high fidelity in certain things
the
only.
cutscenes look amazing, and I mean the gameplay does too.
Yeah.
But the cutscenes look incredible.
Cutscenes look really good, but like outside of the main characters, like side characters, like people walking on the street they don't look bad by
They
any
don't
means.
look bad.
They're not FIFA crowd bad or anything, but like you can see clearly they put lots of their focus in one area, like the costumes, the suits, the city, the things that are really most important, and they pulled from other things,
like just the faces, and that's it. But yeah, like
all right, here we go. Next week, your top 5 most visually, okay, top 5 best looking games fidelity wise, and then top 5 just best looking, your artistic or appeal wise.
Well, that sucks because that second list, Bloodborne and Dark Souls, or one or the other, is definitely going to be on that list. Because Dark Souls 3, I didn't even finish that.
Well, I want to say cool. I want to say PlayStation 4 games. Dark Souls 1 and 2 wouldn't count.
Well, Dark Souls 3 is a PS4 game. So,
well, next week you got to have 5.
Yeah. We'll talk about it next week. I mean, yeah. So as far as this goes, I think this is great. I think this is just being like, hey, we want our games to run well on our console, optimize them for our console. So I'm not worried about it. I have the money. I'm almost done saving up the money I need for my PS5, and so I'll be ready to purchase it. There's a couple things we'll talk about later, but just a heads up for people who are looking for weird PS5 news. They said that COVID-19 has not affected the price, and that they're still planning to release this winter. So, if you're still waiting on PS5 stuff, we're not getting news this week. We'll talk about it in a minute, but they're still releasing this year. And I mean, Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, those are probably going to be playable on PS5. So, I mean, I would still get one if I was a PlayStation person. If somebody's looking for the new console to get, you can still play all your PS4 games on it too. So look out for that. But I think this is great that they're like telling people like, hey, get your fucking games ready for our new console instead of, hey, just keep doing the same old bullshit so we can put our games out in 720p like the Xbox One. So,
Sorry about that. My PlayStation turned on. You can hear the fans. I mean, it's really loud. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's what I'm saying. My PS4 is not that loud. Like, it is nowhere near that loud.
Old Yuki won't shut up there. Gotta put her in her place.
PS5, we need it now.
Hey,
Last of Us 2 is gonna murder your PlayStation. It's gonna kill it. When I follow this I follow this journalist with Washington Post, Gene, and he reviewed Last of Us 2, and he said he has a PS4 Pro. He said it was louder than his air conditioning in his house. So he had to jack the volume up while he was playing Last of Us Part 2.
Are you sure his name isn't John?
Bad. No, his name is Gene. No, I can go
find
him.
He's not French? He's not John?
He's Asian, dude. Stop it. Gene Park. Yeah. So he's a journalist.
I see your tweet about the riots. Mm.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, speaking of black and white, did you see that? So you saw the PlayStation controller. Pull it up. You're on Twitter right now. Find that the little Sony ad with the PlayStation controller. It's got the controller, right? And it's got a highlight at the top of it, and it's for the event. It's the one that's announcing the event. Can you find that?
Yeah, I can find it. It's not that long.
Yeah,
I mean, here you go.
There you go. Okay, look at that. Okay, because this was brought to my attention by a friend of the show, MXGXPX. Big old.
Oh wait! By the way, this looks like new info. It's probably just a rumor, so don't take this for granted. But this image I clicked on said the new date for the PlayStation conference will be June 12th. But take that with a grain of salt. Continue.
My grains is big. So look at this. Look at this picture. Right? Is that controller black?
Sorry for our audio people out there. No, it's not black. It's white.
Okay, so why is it white?
I'm just kidding. It is definitely black. I don't see any white in that.
Why is it black? Okay, zoom in on just the top part of the controller. I'm just saying, open the picture and zoom in on just the top part of the controller, and then tell me if you think that's black or white. Yeah, okay. Open that image, zoom in at the top. Because to me, that's black. But I understand people when they say it's white, and they've instead, because to me what it looked like is you have a controller in the dark and the words above are kind of shining a light down, and you're getting a highlight, right? The white that we see is the actual light. But if you kind of just look at it and knowing that the buttons are translucent, it might be a white controller. I can see how people like that, how you just showed it right there.
Yeah.
You just miss it. That looks like it's a white controller. If you just look at that.
Okay, well, I get what you're trying to do, this new blue and gold dress thing. I get it.
No, I'm not doing a blue and gold. I'm not doing blue and gold.
I know you're not. Okay, but no, okay.
2020, baby, black and white.
No, what I think is happening is that they have a black controller. I don't think that this is white, because look, this controller is white at the top, right? And it's like, no, I feel like you would see some kind of white in this more present. I feel like they'll have two different colors. They'll have a black and white console and a white and black console. It'll be both. So
I agree. I think it's black too, but I can understand the argument that people are making.
No, yeah, I get it. I could definitely be wrong. I can see myself being wrong with that one, 100%. Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
Man. Yeah. So like, okay, we're basically like halfway done with 2020, and it's been a ride of a year. Right? What if like these consoles that come out are just complete garbage? This would be like the worst year in like 20 years, right?
Well,
this would be the worst year since like.
Well, you're jinxing it, right? I think I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm only saying this because I've enjoyed a lot of new media that's come out this year, right? I feel like the only thing that's been good this year is TV and video games, right? So no, I think the consoles will be the first time where there won't be mass failures of consoles when they come out. There's not going to be a bunch of people returning them. We're not going to expect a new version in multiple years, because they'll just be like, hey, here's a hard drive upgrade, because apparently these things are fucking powerful as shit. So no, I'm going to hold out hope that these consoles are going to be good, that I'm going to get this PS5 and I'm going to be happy about it, and I'm going to play all my PS4 games on it, and nothing's going to go bad. Only because I don't want to kill myself at the end of the year. I can't do this anymore. I can't. If I get the PS5 and the shit looking like an SNES, like the graphics shit, I can't do it. If I get it and it gets its own version of the Red Ring of Death, I can't do this anymore. I'll go back. I'll just, I'll hock it in the trash and I'll play my PS4.
If there were Red Rings of Death today, oh my God.
Like, we never hear the end of it.
just because of how many people actually like play games these days now, right? Like
Right.
if there were red rings of death, people would lose their balls. Like
Oh yeah,
it'd be on Twitter all
people
over.
play games completely
Red ring
different
of death
now.
was before Twitter, man.
Oh
That was
man,
before
wait, was
Twitter.
it? Because
Yeah,
when did Twitter? Wait, no, okay. No, I gotta look this up. Okay,
it was
when
definitely before Twitter
did
became TikTok.
Twitter start?
2007.
2006. 2006, right? When did the Xbox 360 come out? No, yeah, the Xbox 360. It came out 2005. You were correct. It came out only in all the red ring problems definitely started popping up within the first couple months. It wasn't after the other date. So yeah.
That was RoboCop laughing at you for doubting.
Okay. Well, anyway, sounds good. So yeah, basically get a PS5. All the games will actually be optimized for it. It won't be a repeat of the Xbox One. That's basically what I'm getting from this.
Oh well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
Red
see.
ring of death.
Round two. Fight.
Oh, look at this shit. There is a new
Speculation of a new.
yeah, well, yeah, speculation of a new Grand Theft Auto 6. So this comes from Game Informer. I know Shavar's read this too, but basically Rockstar Games, they have put out a new Rockstar Games is basically like filed like a bunch of money to be used for marketing in a couple of years for GTA from what we presume. We don't have proof of this. There's nothing saying that this is definitely for a GTA game or anything like that, but they kind of upped their budget. There's been a couple of changes. I'm going to read directly from the report. Rockstar Games parent company Take-Two Interactive recently submitted a 10K SEC filing that may have tipped off on Rockstar plans to release Grand Theft Auto 6. And industry research analyst Jeff Cohen noted that the planned marketing budget for the fiscal year ending on March 31st, 2024 is twice that of the years leading up to that period. The cause? Cohen speculates that it could be Grand Theft Auto 6. So it's not confirmed, but I mean, it's Rockstar. That's what they've been focusing on is Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. We just got a Red Dead Redemption. They've been updating the shit out of Grand Theft Auto Online because it's their biggest thing right now. It's probably I would say it's top 3 biggest online games in the past decade.
And that's why I think this is not true.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they make so much money off of Grand Theft Auto Online. Why would they end that money streak?
Yeah. Well, I think what it is that for them, maybe they'll be able to move it. Well, I think, or if what they may do is that they may make it a separate thing. Like it might be like, here's a new story, Grand Theft Auto, but also you'll get new content and an upgraded version of Grand Theft Auto Online, right? And I think that that's kind of going to be the model they move forward with. Because I remember when they first started advertising Grand Theft Auto Online, like before GTA 5 came out, because it came out after GTA 5. And they even said, like, we plan for this to be one of the biggest online experiences ever. And I laughed. I was like, oh, yeah, no, like, I'm sure it'll be fun, but, like, it's not going to be that big. It's been fucking huge since, like, 2013. And,
Because
yeah.
here's the thing. We're getting older, right?
Yeah.
A lot of online games are, especially like when you look at these Fortnites, none of my friends play. When you look at these Grand Theft Autos, none of my friends play, but the kids do.
Mm-hmm.
They're always on these Fortnites and Grand Theft Autos. I mean, they're really, really big, and lots of people are in them, and lots of people putting money, even if you're not involved. And I just don't see them shutting that down.
No.
For a new Grand Theft Auto to, I don't know.
I mean, even Red Dead is getting not as much treatment as it should as an online game. I mean, they're clearly focused more on GTA, and right, I agree. Yeah,
I mean, they make tons of money from Red Dead as well, but GTA is just it's just people have already invested in it. It's huge. There's so much to do. It's great, But I don't think we're getting another Grand Theft Auto.
Right. No, I don't think so. I think it's possible, but I don't think that they're going to give us another main entry. And if they do give us another main entry of this game, it is going to be like, okay, here's technically an update for the online version, but there's also story included in it. And because, I mean, they're making so much money. Like, I used to play GTA 5 online, and it was really fun when I used to play it. There's so much shit to do. It's really fun, but it's also a lot of time invested, and I feel like that's why they have such a huge player base. People invest a shit ton of time into this game. They get like millions of dollars by doing heists. They get their own cars. They have like car meetups. People do like random shit in this game. So no, I agree. Like, I don't think that they would really do this, but I wouldn't be entirely like surprised, only because I feel like they think that they're expected to. But it might also be a smaller game. If it is a single player game, it's going to be a smaller single player game. And I think it's going to be the point where they'll be like, hey, it's this huge fleshed out game, but it's only single player. Also, here's GTA Online update, and then they're going to like run out the door right after that. And they're never going to give us another single player game until the 2030s. That's what I think, at least.
We'll get something, but only when they've got some reason to build off of it. Like if you put out a Grand Theft Auto 6, people would buy it. It'd sell gangbusters, but you don't need to. And it's Rockstar, baby. They can do whatever they want.
No, yeah, I mean, they really can. And I just saw in this video, you know, I'm excited to play, you know, remastered versions of their games on PS5, like a new like an updated version of Red Dead, or a better version of if they migrate Grand Theft Auto 5 to PS5, I'll laugh my ass off.
It is.
It's gonna be so fun. 3 console generations that game will have been on. 3. Is that a new? Would that be? It wouldn't be a new record, but I feel like a continuous record, that would be a record. Like
no, you'd have Last of Us, you'd have God of War 3, you'd have all of many games.
No, Last of Us. They're not gonna put Last of Us on PS5.
I guarantee you, Last of Us will be on PS5 because
the first one.
It's gonna be backwards compatible.
No, well, yeah, okay. Yes, you can play it on PS5, but I don't think they're gonna remake it for PS. Technically, every game's on PS5.
They're not gonna remake Grand Theft Auto either.
No, they're not gonna remake No. Okay. Yes, by technicality, all those games will be on PS5. You're correct. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, no, I like Grand Theft Auto. I've always been a single player Grand Theft Auto person though. Like I really enjoyed 5, but they stopped doing story content for their games after 4 for some reason. So we're never going to get story content for that game, even though GTA 5 was really good. But I don't know. I like Rockstar. They make great shit. I really enjoyed Red Dead Redemption 2. I need to finish it, but I really enjoyed the like 70 hours I put into it before I stopped playing it. But yeah, no, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like this is just something else. I don't think it may not even be GTA related. Actually, it may just be something else.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to push that.
No. Let's go ahead and do it. We're already here.
Oh, Vico, do you know how to do polls on Twitter?
Yes.
Let's do a poll. I want a poll. Okay, look, guys, if numbers 1 through 5, I gotta admit, out of all the beautiful, wonderful buttons that I have at my disposal, and I got lots and lots of buttons. Like, listen to this one.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
To it, to woo. To it, to woo. All right, buddy.
That's a good one. But, you know, the numbers 1 through 5 for the news, you know, we got this one. And we got this one. It's the same thing, kind of. You got the number 5. Yeah. Just you guys choose one of them you want me to get rid of, and I'll replace it with something else.
No, that sounds good. That sounds good.
1 through 5. So choose which one is your least favorite.
It's that one. That's the least favorite. Fuck that one.
3 or 5. 4 is pretty boring. But hey, or you can also vote by like sending me a message. I'll count that too. But yeah, just tell me which one you don't like. We'll get rid of it and we'll replace it with something else. just to keep it fresh, you know. I'm kind of tired of the round ones and round twos. I think you only need one of them, right?
Yeah, I only need one. I don't know why there's two. I don't know who decided that.
Only need
Some
one.
niggas.
All right.
All right,
Only
you take this one. You can take this one.
Speaking of change, see, I'm going to show you how to segue. Change.
Ooh.
This year's BlizzCon is canceled for the first time since 2012. Now, to me, that's not really a long time. And in life of someone who's lived for more than 8 years, 2012 to 20 ain't too long. But BlizzCon is canceled. I'm sure a lot of people are actually happy about that. People are getting pretty upset with Blizzard.
Yeah, people kind of been pissy at Blizzard. Yeah.
Here's the thing. It kind of goes back to what we were talking about with Jim Sterling the other day. And like, I don't get this loyalty toward their companies, their businesses. You buy the stuff, you like it, you buy it again. They show you that. That's the trust you build. But then when they do things you don't like, then don't buy it. There's no reason to have a fight about it. It's kind of weird.
It's that simple. I mean, I get it. I mean, they did some shit last year with the China protests, and you know, it pissed a lot of people off. We talked about it on our show. You should just go back to that time and listen to it. We definitely covered it. But no, I agree. I feel like brand loyalty, and I mean loyalty to any real, like, you know, celebrity and like that's kind of bullshit. I mean, we've kind of seen it with the George Floyd stuff. There's been people like being like, wow, celebrity X said stupid shit about George Floyd. What? And I'm like, fuck him anyway. Why are you depending on that person for your...
Or the other way around. Like, I was just reading through Twitter, and what was it? Of course, the PlayStation, if you look at those comments, that announcement, it's just people. I read a thing that's, I think it's from Rockstar or something, and they're like, we support our group or whatever. And in the comments, there are people like, oh, so you support terrorists and destroying our cities.
Fuck that Target. They got insurance.
Well, it's not even that. It's just when you hear it, like when you get to the extreme that is happening now, where people are dying and burning and their protests, and people really react the same way to these things as they do things like them not showing Diablo 6 or whatever, you realize that you're dealing with a whole bunch of like just idiots or
selfish
children.
dumbasses. Yeah, no, I mean, it's funny because when I saw that Sony delayed their, you know, event, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I didn't really mind. I was like, I can wait for PlayStation News. I'm not really that worried. Or like, oh, poor me, but whatever. But I didn't even want to click on the comments, but I had to because the ratio was stupid, and I had to know what these idiots were saying. And it was a bunch of whiny bullshit about, you know.
It's not even really about agreeing or disagreeing with them. It's just more about their reaction is the same, no matter the magnitude of what's happening. It doesn't matter. They just I you know, I hate when people talk about gamers or this and that. Like saying gamers is like saying who eat, right? Everyone, so many people do it, but it kind of does look bad when you look at like the Activision one or the PlayStation one, and it's just like all these comments of people who are clearly, you know, racist.
A lot of them are very ignorant, and they have no idea what's even going on. It's kind of.
I don't think it's ignorance. It's more as you see the world and you've chosen to look at it the way you do.
Oh, yep.
I mean,
that's a better description.
I mean, I really don't. I mean, we don't talk politics on here, but I really don't like when people say like racism is because of ignorance or non-educated people. When I went to university with very educated people, I went to school with. I was taught by people that built the Hadron Collider, and like brilliant people taught me. I'm sitting around. Smart
what school
people.
is this?
I don't dox me, bro. No, I went to
don't dox me, bro.
I never. I mean, it's so much racism, like every day.
Oh yeah,
all the time, constantly. It's not about education or ignorance or anything. It's just at some point in your life you choose to. I'm going to think this way, because we've learned, especially in the past like 4 years, right? At least I've learned, facts don't matter.
Oh yeah, no, people don't give a shit about actually knowing what It's about whatever makes you feel most comfortable, whatever makes you feel more like a victim or like the world is against you or something like that. It's weird. It's very strange.
None of facts don't matter. Those things don't matter. It's just what you like, what makes you feel comfortable, what reinforces what you feel, and what's annoying to you. Because people tend to talk about what annoys them on the outward is some subconscious thing that's fucking with them inside. But
That's
it's
just
the
people,
same thing.
you know?
So we're looking at this Blizzard convention. I remember when this was happening, people were losing their shit because they were talking about things people didn't want to talk about. And the same thing is happening today on the you know, the earth called America.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, it's just something, because I mean a lot of this stuff is really funny because it is a lot of people are confronted with, you know, oh shit, why are you guys making this not about me? It's just really fun to see because that's a lot of people's attitude, and they'll outwardly show it as often as they possibly can. It's kind of nuts, but
well, like I was reading this Blizzard thing being canceled, and people are upset about that. They're upset because it's canceled because of course, Corona.
Like, yeah, it's
T19 Corona.
like every other fucking convention has been canceled. It's because of Corona. Fucking everything is canceled.
And of course, that's probably going to come back with all the protests happening. But like, yeah,
like I mean, the store is opening up before. It didn't help either. But you know, niggas been following directions before. It was going to come back either way.
No. Yeah, I mean, the stores open. It didn't help either. But people just super upset. Of course, they had to stop this convention. It's a really big convention. It's really, I mean, Blizzard's huge.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest gaming conventions.
Yeah. Right. So. Yeah, it's fine. It's canceled. It's not a big deal. It's 2020.
First time since 2012.
Everyone, definitely in America, kind of just lost 2020, especially because of how and when we reacted. You know, like when we reacted for college students, it was right when it was time to go back.
It was right when it was time to go back. I did a story for my job about 2 kids who fucking graduated this semester, and the last time they were in class was fucking March, and they didn't know that. They had no idea that would be the last time they'd be in class. And it's like it's all so fucked because, like, yeah, there's a lot of people's graduations they got stepped on. I know people whose weddings either have to move to next year or to the end of the year.
Yeah, but you know what? Don't move it. Dude. Don't move it. Fuck it. It's like,
yeah, I think you should just have it and be done with it.
Yeah, it's like leap year babies. Are you gonna like just, hey, my birthday's not this year? Screw it. You know, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you kind of just have to keep things going, and as much as you can. It's kind of fucked up, but I mean, as far as BlizzardCon being canceled, I don't give a shit. I mean, they did say just some more news stuff about it. They are evaluating a way to do maybe some stuff online, but it's not gonna be a convention entirely online. It's gonna be some stuff they'll announce online. So. Yeah, no BlizzCon this year. First time since 2012. I think 2006 they also didn't have it from the article I read. But I don't care because I don't give a fuck about Blizzard games.
These next 3 topics kind of interminglate.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, interminglate definitely here. So the next one, if I can get my button to work. Yeah. Here's your See, I think that one should go.
Yeah, okay. We can get rid of that one. We can get a different one.
No.
Fucking loud.
No. Please go vote. Please go vote on the Twitter. This will also let us know how many people actually listen. I know how many people listen. No one interacts with us though.
A lot of y'all be listening. You need to get fucking in here because I mean,
also,
it's better if you interact.
A lot of you click the links, and I gotta say, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We've been getting that cash.
Ain't got no cash. Why do you lie like that?
Why did you expose my lie? We're trying to let them think that they're doing something good for us, right?
Lies are how we got to where we are now.
Damn, he woke. Extra woke. Damn. Are you Joe Rogan?
You do number 5.
All right, so we have a schedule for the Summer of Games, all the digital events happening. this summer. It's not exactly the summer games, but it's just all the 2020 events. So we're going to show them to you guys. This is from Game Informer. Shout out to Game Informer. There are a lot of different things happening. This week, it's supposed to be the IGN Summer of Gaming kickoff on June 4th. I have not seen them delay it as of yet, and I just clicked on this link. There's been no update yet. But so this week we have IGN Game Summer of Gaming kickoff. So there's going to be World Game premieres on June 4th. So I expect that PlayStation might have sat this one out because they're like, we'll still have a couple of things slipped in there. But then we have IGN Expo Day 1, which is kind of like, the normal day of, kind of like the regular E3 coverage you would see from like IGN on normal days with a bunch of games I never fucking heard of. Werewolf the Apocalypse, Blanco's Block Party, Mortal Shell, and yeah. And then we also have things like June 6th. There's a few different events. Guerrilla Collective, Paradox Insider, the PC Gaming Show, Future Games Show. And these are just going to include a bunch of like different like world premieres, mostly third-party things or just PC things. And then June 7th, the same thing. It's, just different games from Guerrilla Collective. June 8th, more Guerrilla Collective shit. And mainly the things you guys want to catch are IGN. IGN's going to have a lot of the newer stuff on their channel. And then, EA's on June 11th, but nobody cares about EA. There's pretty much shit going on until about, the end of August. And there's probably going to be more things scheduled as well because Gamescom is still happening. Ubisoft is still doing their stuff. Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hard to watch because Evo is happening at the same time.
Oh shit! When is Evo?
I don't know, but your volume went way up. What happened there?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Well, anyway, I'll just turn it down. Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Ooh, went back to normal.
Yeah, okay. I just turned it down a little bit. I'm excited.
It's like a pop to the norms.
Well, I'm excited for this. I think it's pretty cool. I think that it should be a pretty cool like set of events. But I'm not gonna lie. If Evo's going on at the same time, I might skip some of this because I'm not gonna lie. I think I get a lot of my gaming news from reading the articles or waiting until they post about it somewhere else, and I'll just see it.
I get all my news from 4chan.
Okay, so have you heard of? So are you like waiting for Q to solve all of the problems in the world?
QAnon, yeah.
QAnon,
oh my god! You ever watch or read like history books and you watch like movies and stuff and you're like, man, how are people that stupid and gullible and like how do
and then
people
you look up
and then right and then you go to 4chan or Reddit and then it's like, oh, I see, it's right there because for every opinion you see, there are 10,000 people who think the same.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
For every opinion you see, there are 10,000 people who think the same every time, and then there are also hundreds of thousands that don't think that way at all. So it's like it's weird because you'll get into this, you'll get sunk into Reddit, right?
Yeah,
and you're hearing about like Donald Trump, man, that guy, he's got all the plans and his balls are so hairy and
oh my god,
he's like, and then. You think like, man, a lot of people really like Donald Trump. And then you go to Twitter and then you think, man, a lot of people don't like Donald Trump.
No, it just depends where you go. But also, if you filter your Twitter the correct way, you'll see the opposite opinion. It depends. 4chan or Reddit, it's easier to see those things because Reddit doesn't like, they don't have algorithms that, form what comments you see first and stuff like that. It literally is just like top comments or new comments and shit like that. So you really just see the asshole of the earth up first on.
No. I actively make sure to follow the most racist people I can find.
Oh, okay. Well, then you'll see the good stuff then.
It's the best place to test jokes because you can't really go too far. No, it's true.
No, it's true. They don't have standards. Yeah.
If you want to like try some material out, best place to do it is where you can find the like most disgusting people. So you either go to like a really racist place or like one of those like, how do I say this without making you upset? One of those places where never mind. You just go to really dirty places, and, and you can try any comedy you want.
Well, have you seen that Twitter actually cannot ban any like actual Nazis, because if they put the algorithm in, it would also ban like most far right politicians. And when they asked the engineer, they're like, so I mean, is there a reason you won't implement it? They're like, I mean, we don't think that it's worth it, you know? And I was like, well, we're sharing this article, but is anybody like seeing like the big screaming, like there's something yelling at us in the article where it's like, oh yeah, no, we could ban Nazis, but it take all these far right politicians out. We don't know why. We can't seem to figure out, so we can't implement it. We don't understand. It's not like they have similar values.
Well, the thing is, like, I get it, no Nazis and stuff, but like at the same time,
but
because you have to weigh the value of younger people hearing these opinions and being persuaded, because that's really what it is. They're not going to persuade people my age, but younger people hearing these opinions, being persuaded, and the historical logging of these things. Because like if you do get rid of all those people, right, and you do get rid of all that stuff online, and you force them into these corners wherever they do their thing, whenever we talk about these times and we talk about Trump and it's just going to be like, it's gonna seem weird, because when I read about history, a lot of stuff just seems weird. Like how did that even happen? How do you get away? Because we're not. Someone's telling you the history from their perspective.
Right.
You're not, even if it is like a neutral thing, whatever we know is because of what's written. We don't get those opinions. Now we live in a time where we get everyone's opinions, or at least everyone can put them out there.
You can put them.
Those things can be logged. They can be seen. They're on the internet. They can almost be there, quote unquote, forever.
Yeah, I mean, screenshots
right? And then,
passed around like fucking nothing. Yeah.
And then in 20, 50, 100 years, when we're talking about this, when I'm talking to my grandkids about living through this, it's going to make more sense because like you look, that's what always gets me when I read about like the 60s and the 70s and the 50s and racism and spraying people with hoses and stuff. And it's like, wow, we seem so societal wise far removed from that. How you get there? And then you watch movies about the 50s and 60s. You don't see any of that garbage, you know? Because you're not getting the whole thing.
Yeah, you're not getting the whole thing.
We should let Nazis on Twitter so we can shame them later.
Bully them. Bully a Nazi.
Not bully them. Let them.
Yes, bully them. Make them feel bad.
No, at some point, stupidity feeds into itself, and then stupid people realize they're stupid, and then you get.
Oh no, I've seen people get deplatformed. I mean, what's his name, Milo Yiannopoulos or whatever? That motherfucker gone. He ain't got no platform anymore.
That was his fault, though.
No, I mean, yeah, but no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It happened. They do it to themselves. It doesn't even have to be like something does it to them. Right. I mean, eventually. Some of these things, eventually, they will just die out. Like Milo Yiannopoulos was big for a few years. Now he's nobody, and he has no.
Right, they lose their audience by being themselves. Like the quartering. I remember watching him do a debate with, I think it was Destiny or something. He just sounded like such an idiot. And then when he admitted that most of the things that he complains about, he doesn't really care about. He just does it because it gets some views, and he just does it because he knows he has young people who will get upset and get riled up with him, even though he doesn't care because he has lots of money. When he admitted that, it just, I think that doomed him right there. I mean, he still has lots of people follow him, but you can generally consider the quartering to be like just a guy who gets mad over things he doesn't care about because he doesn't give a shit about any of the stuff he talks about.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's so many like people I've seen come and go on social media and different platforms who were not really like at first I was like, wow, this person is like a problem. They're really gross. And then I like check back a couple of years later. I'm like, oh yeah, nobody's following that fucker anymore. Nobody knows who they are. I mean, it's like Richard Spencer. Like nobody knows who that guy is anymore. He's
I think he has a TV show.
He has a TV show?
I think so.
On what? InfoWars? That
Probably,
nobody watches?
Probably. It's probably
Yeah.
something like that. All right. So now is the time where I go and get a beer. Bye.
What the fuck?
I'll be back. Gotta get me a beer. We got the next topic after that. Oh, I can only grab a Budweiser before the fucking music ended.
So you grabbed the worst one? That sucks.
God damn it.
So our topic this week is about the fact that we ain't getting shit from this week from Sony. No, I'm just kidding. No, we got another thing. This is actually Japan news. Actually, we'll just throw this in as a bonus. I don't know if you got to see this one, but one Japanese bus company solution to travel in the COVID-19 era from Kotaku. And all, there is an article under this, but all you really need to see is the GIF the GIF that comes with it. I just said it that first way for those weirdos that for some reason think that's how it's supposed to sound. But yeah, look at this. What is this? Who thought this was a good idea?
If I drink Budweiser on the podcast like Post Malone, will they sponsor us?
Eventually, I think so. I think if we do it for like 5 years, unless we have an also successful music career.
Kind of just shit on it a little bit, but that's okay.
I like Budweiser, actually. I was lying. I'm a liar. I don't like Bud Light. I like Budweiser. Budweiser's good.
Budweiser.
Yeah, yeah. So bus company Wheeler Express in Tokyo, in Osaka, and other places in Japan. They're trying to take different precautions to stop people from contracting COVID, and this is their solution. This is it. This is the whole thing.
It's basically a hair dryer on a seat.
Yes. Whatever voice that was, I agree. It's what are they doing, Shvar? Are they okay? Are they gonna get over this? You think this is gonna be worse than America or better? Like, what's going on?
Okay, here's what happens in Japan.
Okay,
right?
okay, no, take the thing off. Take the thing off. Don't do that.
I can't. What about this? How's this sound?
This is.
Okay, go ahead. I
This
just
is
need to
okay.
explain.
I have no idea how to say. Okay, I'm gonna play that. I think I'm speaking too loud to the mic for the first time ever on this podcast. The mic is catching. How do they sound? Hold on. Let me play my sound. That sounds weird.
Yep. It's not fun.
I'm gonna bring that back. I don't know how that happened. It shouldn't have happened. How did it sound now?
You sound good now. Yeah, you sound good now.
This is how things in Japan happens. Okay, something happens and there's a problem. And then after that, nothing happens. And then some stuff doesn't happen. And then someone finally says, maybe we should address the problem. And the problem with addressing the problem in Japan is that usually there's no plan to address problems. There's just a guy who's supposed to address problems. And a guy says, after going home one night and getting nervous because he has to give a presentation the next day about addressing the problem, how about I do this thing to address the problem? And then he goes in the meeting and he says, to address the problem, we're going to do this thing. And then everyone says, okay. And then it gets done. So this whole chair seat with looks like
the dryer sheets over
dryer sheets, sitting over it. That's what happened. I'm sure that idea came. It probably took him 4 weeks to come up with it.
Yeah.
And then they just did it, and nobody said this is kind of stupid.
No, because it makes sense. Dryer sheets actually totally prevent COVID-19. I heard that from the stroke I had last week.
Well, here's the thing: if you want to prevent COVID, you should have had a lockdown. should have kept people home. You should have educated them as to what to do and not to do.
Yeah.
And then you'd be fine. But you can't do that. It's too late. I'm sure so many people in Japan have COVID already. When they do start doing these antibody tests that are reliable, we found out last week they're not. But when they do start doing the reliable antibody tests, we're gonna find out like they're gonna treat it just like the Japanese body temperature, their ability to eat rice, and the straightness of their hair. It's just a unique thing. The Japanese. We already had the coronavirus. We were born with it.
We just had it activated all at the same time. It's a gift.
Yeah, it's a stupid thing. Can you scroll down? I didn't read this article. I hate Brian Ashcraft. He's from Texas.
Yes, yeah. I know you hate Brian Ashcraft. It's been known since before this podcast started. The bus company is trying its best to ensure the safety of passengers. The bus driver, decked out in a face shield and mask, checks each passenger's temperature before boarding. In each seat, there's a white disposable cover attached to a gray sleep shade, which passengers can pull over themselves. The air on the bus is filtered approximately every 5 minutes. These seem like good steps, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean...
Here's the thing. This is garbage. It's the thing. I don't know. Man. I don't know. Hey, but that's what we do in Japan. That's what we do.
No, yeah.
I hope people don't get sick, I guess, but...
You guess? No. But for real, though. I mean, I hope people are okay. It didn't seem like they're handling it very well. But we'll see. We'll check on Japan next podcast. Yeah.
And that's been Japan. I guess I played the music too early then.
No. I mean, you played it already. Let's just jump into the next thing. It's all good.
Man,
So
I could get another beer, but okay.
Right. So originally we were going to speak about how PlayStation was hosting a presentation for the PlayStation 5, but as of yesterday, Sony postponed the presentation in honor of the death of George Floyd, who was killed last week by what's his name? Whatever his dickhead name was. There was a cop that kneeled on his neck and it ended up killing him. Happened multiple times. It's, history of police violence in America. PlayStation has decided to postpone their event. They haven't announced an official date yet. There's been no word yet from PlayStation as of the recording of this podcast. What?
Look up.
I don't know what you're saying. Okay, anyway, they had it planned originally for June 4th. Shout out, happy birthday, Dad. You probably listen to this if it's June 4th. But yeah, so it's kind of sad if you're a PlayStation fan, but also I feel like get over yourself if you're really that upset about it. I feel like, there are more important things to be upset about. But also, we'll still get the info. I'm sure Sony's kind of, they're kind of like, yikes, we should have had something out yet already. But
here's the thing. I don't remember seeing the other game people do this, but the first one I saw was PlayStation yesterday with
yes, I agree.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
and
they were the first one I saw. I saw nobody else before them.
Xbox and all that stuff. I think they're doing okay, so first of all, yeah, it's video games. They're going to come out. It's not that important. And with the way things are going this week, I mean, there are people protesting right now, locked up on the bridge in New York. You see that?
Yep.
5,000 people on the bridge. They won't let them go.
Yep. There were 60,000 people today at the march for George Floyd in Houston. So.
Video games aren't the most important thing. Number two, because video games aren't the most important thing, video games are not going to be like a spotlight. I know Sony.
Yeah.
I think Sony saw the sorry, I'm trying not to burp. Sony saw that their post about the event got, I think, like a quarter of the likes of the posts that they had with the controller presentation, the controller reveal, right? And I think that's because COVID thing, the killings, the protests, and they know that if they were to do this event, it's going to be overshadowed just by nature of the state of the world right now.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at America. America is a big number of sales for PlayStation, right?
Yeah, no. It's definitely not, okay, like, I feel like, yeah, Sony's a corporation. They don't, I feel like, yes, there is a little bit, there's maybe a tiny bit of heart behind it, but I think you're absolutely right. there's not going to be anybody watching it as many people as there would have been if all this shit wasn't happening. So I feel
But
like
not
the
even just
smartest
watching it, talking about it, because these events, not that many people watch. I mean, many people watch, but not nearly as many people watch as people that talk about it. It's about the YouTubers making their videos. It's about the Twitter people tweeting the new things out. It's about the journalists running to the thing.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen as much in this climate. So, yeah, they call it off, and I think it's a smart and sensible thing to do. So
no, yeah, I feel like it was the most I feel like it was the most, you know, it was the best option. It was the best option in my opinion. And I feel like, you know, we'll still get the shit. Like the game's still going to happen. We'll still get all the things we want to see from this. I just feel like, you know, it's not the time. And you're right. Like they need people to like watch the shit and talk about it. Like if nobody's home to watch it, I mean, if it's not coming up in anybody's algorithm, I mean, I've seen gaming stuff on my timeline, but it hasn't really come up that much in the past few days.
Yeah,
at least.
it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, even then, like, you know, like even more popular things like the finale of Insecure on HBO came on Sunday, right? That show every Sunday, it fucking like stops Twitter and people will talk about it. This Sunday, nothing. And it's because that's not what anybody's talking about.
What's that show?
Insecure. It's a show by Issa Rae on HBO. It's a comedy/drama. It's been on since like 2016. Really good show. It's funny. It's really funny.
I think Mom's watching that.
Yeah, I tried to watch it with her when it first came out, but she was like, they cuss too much. And I was like, okay. But yeah, no.
How you like
it's a smart move.
You got the HBO Max.
I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about that when we get to the bottom of all this shit. But you know, I don't have anything else to say about this personally. I think that this is a good move. I mean, you know, this past week and a half or so has been trash, and you know, it's not exactly a new thing. I'm kind of pissed at some of you people who act like police brutality is a brand new thing. They're like, oh my god, it shit wasn't that bad. I was the people who I was covering this shit with in fucking college. We were covering protests and all kinds of shit for police brutality, and now they're like, oh my god, I didn't know. Where the fuck were you? It's like, I don't.
To be fair, for a lot of people, it is a new thing, and it shouldn't be, because people should listen and stuff. But like, if you're just the way I see it, right? I'm black. Yous be black as well, and as a black person, you grow up knowing you're black, figuring out you're black with other black people, and you kind of get taught that the only people who can really understand your full experience is other black people. That's why even when I was in Japan, you walk down the street, I got two beautiful ladies on my arm, and I'll see a brother walking down the other side, and they always nod.
Mm-hmm.
That nod
I saw like
nod
3 black people in Japan. We all did the nod thing. So,
and one of them was me. Ain't it crazy?
That wasn't wrong. That's not wrong either.
There's just this thing where you grow up with this community of people, even if you don't like. It's just you grow up that way. I have a suspicion that other people, let's say in general, people who really like anime and things, but don't happen to live in Japan and are white, general white people, maybe don't grow up with that same community thing as far as the color of your skin. They might do it like, I don't know, you see people do it with colleges and the city and sports teams, but that's kind of like on a minor level a little bit. So when you say things like police brutality is always happening and all that stuff, there's not like a circle of people saying it to each other.
No.
They hear it on the news, they hear it here. It's not really a thing to them. It doesn't affect them.
Yeah, no. And I mean that's absolutely correct. I mean, the only reason I feel like things have picked up is because, I mean, it's the usual situation. It's not like these things haven't been happening. It's just that it's exposure more. It's a lot more in your fucking face now.
Right. It's exposure, and that's also why a lot of people are angry, because they don't want to be exposed to it. Like, and also it's like people do live in different worlds. Like, I'm a fan of Colin Moriarty, but also it's very telling when I see that my TV just went off and I'm not able to see my screen. Okay, when I see that, like, I mean, he's very patriotic. He's very smart and historical and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's talking a lot about we need peace and all that stuff, and that's very true. I think it's bad that people are hurting other people, and the riots aren't. Violence is bad, but also you some people of his same ilk. You don't see them tweeting about the police violence. You don't see them tweeting.
Oh yeah,
about
no. I mean, we've literally seen like video accounts, like firsthand accounts of police and protesters lined up across from each other. Everything's going fine, and then literally just somebody shoots some tear gas or some shit. Like, and people don't talk about that. They want to talk about this Target was robbed. Fuck that Target. Like, come on.
It's because those things don't affect them. The things that do affect them, the things they see on the news and stuff. It's the looting and all that, because you get taught that you shouldn't steal and you shouldn't do all that, and you have
stealing bad.
And a lot of people are able to live in a world where you just live off of ideals, and things like rights and the ability to do things are given, right? That's just something you have. And other people don't. But if you're on one side of the fence, you can't really understand the other. And so, like, I don't really blame people like him or other people who don't, because you live in a different world. You live in a world that these issues aren't issues. These are things you hear about,
but you'll never understand it. Like, and you may even want to understand it, but you may, never understand it, and it's kind of messed up, Oh, shit, are you there?
And then it changes, and then it does affect everyone. Yeah. And when it starts affecting everyone in a way we can see, that's when things, kind of change.
Right.
Saying what.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I feel like it is like, it's difficult, but I also before we move on to the next thing, I just want to remind people that, listen, if you're trying to have discourse with somebody on Twitter, fucking stop it. It's not going to happen. Twitter isn't good for, like, convincing somebody of something entirely. I just want people who are out there, like, really trying to convince people and talk to people about things, like, keep doing that. Keep trying to do that. Like, keep being honest to yourself and stuff. But, like,
you cut out, you pop back in, you were gone for maybe a good...
Okay. Well, I'll just say what I was saying again. Listen, all I'm going to say is, if you're on Twitter or any other social media, post what you can, do whatever you want, but I want to just remind you, stop getting in the back and forth arguments with people on social media. It's not, good for you. It's not good for anybody else. There's going to be very few conversations you have online where you come back full circle and everybody's like, wow, I understand you. So I just want to let you know, like, it will save you a lot of stress if you don't waste your time online arguing back and forth.
Yeah, I'd give that advice.
Yeah,
I'd give that advice to someone who's genuinely trying to sway people.
Yes.
I'd say most people do this online and talk because they just like to talk. I mean, that's
no. So, some of them do like to talk, but no. And those people, listen, if you want to yell on Twitter all day, a lot of you fuckers do. I yell on Twitter all day, but I feel like there's a difference between, having a back and forth with somebody and wasting your time because you really want this person to believe what you believe. And sometimes especially if you're black, like, you can't do that through social. Like, you have to, like, it doesn't take, a 2-hour argument online. Just save your brain the time. That's all I got to say.
I'm of the mindset that changing people's minds doesn't matter. What you need to do, angle control. You put the lasso over that bull and you run them right into the wall. Whenever I figure out how to do that with society, that's when I will be in the game. I'm running for president. I already told my friends I'm going to run for president. As soon as I'm eligible, I'm in there, baby.
Okay.
This whole podcast is actually just a strategy for me to get more constituents and voters and stuff from the get-go. And so I'm going to start like a good 10, 15 years early. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to pounce in there, right? I'm going to be the Dr. Phil of presidents.
So I don't endorse that, but more Work like to you. I gotta see what your platform looks like first. I trust you, but I don't know yet.
Bro, are you serious? You wouldn't vote for me just because I'm your brother?
Hey man, I heard you said some fucked up shit. I gotta know what you're trying to put out there.
Oh my God, you're such a liberal. See, that's the thing with Republicans.
Oh
man.
my God. Okay.
They stick together.
It's a gang. It's because it's a fucking gang. It's blood in, blood out. You're a pedophile. He's a pedophile. I'll snitch on all you motherfuckers. That's what it is.
But it works. It works.
It's a fucking gang. Just like the cops are a gang. Like we're fucking seeing right now. Like, come the fuck on, dude.
Call them whatever you want. They got us. They did it.
No. I mean, they got us years ago. I mean, we ain't even supposed to fucking be here. But that's a whole other point. I mean,
Microsoft further details Xbox Series X backwards compatibility. So basically, they just detailed the same thing they said they was detailing before.
Right. So basically, they went into slightly more detail into than they talked about a few weeks ago. So with more than 600 games, this is from Game Informer again, with more than 600 games from the previous generations working on Xbox One, they're looking to have more than basically triple that or almost all of the Xbox One, all the Xbox One games available on Xbox Series X. They said they tested 100,000 hours of gameplay to make sure that all these games run well on
means nothing
the system. Yeah, I don't know. That means they could have just let the console run for 100.
They could have had 100 people. No, they could have had 100 people do 1,000 hours each, or 1,000 do 100. And either way, it ain't enough for me.
So,
right?
According to Xbox, all backwards compatible games run natively on Xbox Series X hardware, utilizing the full power of the CPU, GPU, and SSD, and SMD, and I don't know. Some backwards compatible games running on Xbox Series X can see improvements like HDR support and higher frame rates, higher maximum resolution, better visual quality, and they can use the quick resume thing, which if you don't already know what that is, it's basically you can just stop a game and then come back to it, kind of like rest mode on PlayStation 4. So, basically they're just saying, hey, our games look really fucking good.
Also what they're saying is they highlighted this in their tweet. There is no boost mode, which is a lie. It's just it's always
boosted. You don't have to turn it on. What the fuck?
You don't have to turn it on. Which it's definitely a jab at PlayStation because PlayStation does have a boost mode on their PlayStation 4 Pro.
But also that's their last console, not their. I don't know. Why are you talking shit about their console that isn't their new console that's coming out?
Marketing, baby. It's all fair. It's all stupid. Fair. Love and marketing.
Did you know that the Xbox 360 shits on the PS2? Did you know that the graphics on the 360 shit on PS2 graphics?
But it gets their fans riled up, and it works. It works. It works. Here's the thing that I don't like that they said here. It utilizes the full power of the CPU, GPU. And
no, it fucking doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's not going to. It will use it to the extent that it can. I mean, the reason why PlayStation 4 isn't backwards compatible, the reason why PlayStation 3 stopped being backwards compatible is because you basically have to put that old system in the new system. They're running on different architecture, like two different animals, and you're trying to fit the same skeleton in it. You can't. You just got to build two different things, right? They're saying they've built it, so it's got to be the same architecture as whatever, but it'll be able to run. That's fine. That's perfect. But you're not gonna put in there. What's an Xbox game that came out early?
Let's see. Gears 4.
Is that an early one?
Yeah.
You're not gonna put Gears 4 in there and it come out using all of the GPU, all of the CPU, and all of the SSD. No, it's gonna run faster. It's gonna load faster, definitely, because loading is what happened. It's gonna maybe run better if there were any frame skips or drops, because if you remember, when the Xbox is the regular Xbox One, not the Xbox Series or One X. Mm-hmm. The regular Xbox One is subpar to this generation.
Yes, it's not good.
Right? Like the Wii Switch does 1080 better than the Xbox One does.
Barely, yes.
But it does.
Yes,
I mean,
no. I'm just shitting on the Switch.
I mean, the Switch is more consistently doing 1080p
Yes.
than the Xbox. The Xbox was dropping the 1080i and 720. And
Dark Souls looks better on the Switch than it does on Xbox One.
Right. So it's going to run better. You won't have frame skips. Frame pacing will probably be okay.
And they won't have the problem they had last time, which last time they had backwards compatibility. It was just streaming the game based on the disc that you had, and it did not look good and did not play good. So that's good at least.
And now with Xbox first party games, I don't know, because the ones that are on PC, I wouldn't be surprised if because Gears is on PC, right?
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised that if you got Gears on the Xbox Series X, which I'm going to start calling the XBSX.
But no, you call it the XX.
The XX. So
the XX, XSEX.
The XX. So if I buy a game that is from Microsoft that was also on PC on the XX,
right?
I have a feeling that it will download, because this is very possible, the PC textures for that game to run on XX.
Oh, most definitely.
Your games might look better from there. But I don't like the whole, all your games are going to be 1,000. It's going to run better, but they ran like shit before anyway.
Yeah, no,
so
it's just fancy lingo to let them know that, it will be able to play the games. I think that it's kind of bullshit when it says it uses the full GPU, because none of the launch games that are for Xbox Series X are going to use the full power of the GPU, whatever the fuck. So it's just the fancy language. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of considering getting an Xbox Series X, but not yet because they don't have any fucking games. So I don't know. I don't know. Looking kind of shaky for Microsoft, but we'll see.
No, I think, I'm leaning toward getting both, right? Especially if they keep their promises. If they keep their promises and it runs the way it's supposed to, I'm looking to get both. Fine. Games are a problem for me because I don't know what I'm going to get on. Because I remember when we had a PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, really, whatever game we get, of course you get the PlayStation games for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
But everything in between, getting on an Xbox or PlayStation, just depended on which one was cheaper at GameStop.
Yeah, really? No, literally, it was because whenever we did that, that's all the difference was. Sometimes it mattered because there were some games that looked fucking awful on one system. We didn't run as well on one system. Like we didn't get Fallout 3 we got Fallout 3 for 360 because it ran better on 360.
Right, and it ran garbage for right. Yeah. But at this point, I buy everything digital. I buy everything digitally because I don't want to go touch my PlayStation. So, I mean, buying Xbox stuff is going to be really tough for me unless Xbox starts sponsoring a podcast or something. And then,
yeah, you can just give us free stuff. We'll talk about your shit all
well,
day.
No, I'll just hold an Xbox controller, but I'll really play the PlayStation with my toes.
Okay. I see. So we'll be playing Last of Us 2 on Xbox Series X. I see.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, this is great. I mean, it's good. I think backwards compatibility is not that important, but I think at this point, with as many digital things as I have now, at the beginning of this generation, I probably had fewer than 30 digital things I owned. At this point now, in this at the end of this generation, I have a few hundred.
Yeah, no, it's all going to the next console. So
right, and it's able to actually be able to play them and go in them and get through them and anytime. It's great. I mean, this is good.
It's like having a Steam library, but good.
I don't like how it's a selling point because I feel like Xbox felt like PlayStation wouldn't do this. Because that's what I mean. A lot of their marketing is about you can play your old games, and it's if PlayStation's letting you play your old games, then what's the point of
announcing this?
Other than saying people who bought Xboxes already, now you have to buy an Xbox again.
I think that's what it's for. Yeah.
Right. People who bought PlayStation before, now you have to buy a PlayStation again because otherwise you lose your whole library.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like I think that's it's mostly for their market. They want their people to know, hey, you can buy this new thing for us. But I'm not gonna lie, the more that we see of the Xbox Series X, it kind of seems like it might be disappointing in terms of like it might be less of a jump from Xbox One X to the new console and more of Xbox One X to, oh, look, here's another upgrade of the Xbox One X.
Well, I don't know about that, but I am a little worried. It's like going to the restaurant and they won't show you the menu. They show you how nice their tables are. They show you how great they can fold the napkins. They show you how amazing their fucking tea guy is and he can squirt fucking cream into your tea, but they won't show you the menu. And that's the thing with the Xbox. I'm not able to see the menu.
Yeah.
They're not really showing for me, they're not showing me enough to be like, oh wow, I really want to play that, I really want to get that. I should get that.
Right. No, I feel that. I don't see anything that like we're watching a Cyberpunk thing right now, right? I can play this on PS5. Like I'm not worried about,
Right.
I'm not worried about, I got to get an Xbox to play. I'm going to be able to play this on PS5. No issue. Maybe even PS4. They might be like, hey, this isn't working on PS5. Just kidding. I'll play it on my PS5. But
I'm not trying to like down the Xbox, but they're showing so much. They're showing so much more than Sony. It's not really that much.
They're showing so much, and it's not showing me anything at the same time.
Exactly. That's the thing. They're showing me so many things compared to Sony, but they're not showing me anything. And Sony's been relatively quiet, and they've got this event coming up. And it makes me more excited for the PlayStation because I know
it's gonna be awesome.
Possibilities are. But with the Xbox, they
kind of know what you're getting.
It really put it on the back burner, the stuff that entertains me, like the exclusive games, the crazy visuals, the ridiculous looking stuff you can do. They haven't really shown me that, so I'm more excited for what Nintendo does next than for what Xbox Series X thing is.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Nintendo does next because they're gonna need to do something soon. I wonder what it is, but we'll see. I mean,
that's the thing. People are consumers. Consumerism is like they will buy anything. They have bought anything. And it's okay. Buying a Switch is fine. It's nice, but it's kind of weird that if Xbox had done the same thing that they had done, Xbox would be dead. If PlayStation had done the same thing that they had done, PlayStation would be dead. If Atari came back like they tried to do and did the same thing that Nintendo had done and come out with this handheld that only does 1080, that you connect to a TV, and it only has games that mostly they make and everything else is small and indie and it's really hard to find and nothing changes prices and all that stuff, it would fail. But
they got you motherfuckers by the balls.
No, they have clout. The actual definition of clout, not like the way rappers use it these days.
They use it the correct way.
No, they don't.
Okay, anyway. Okay,
white Republican man. Not Republican, nor am I white, nor am I a man. I am beast.
So what you been into this week? What you been doing besides playing Mortal Kombat, working and yelling about how bad Microsoft is?
I got HBO Max.
Hey.
Me
too.
So Kalaka likes it because Harry Potter's on there. I was a little excited because I was like, oh, Rick and Morty, I can watch that now. No, it's the last season.
And I mean, well, it's on Hulu already too. So
season 4? I don't think so.
No. I mean, just Rick and Morty is also already on Hulu.
Yeah. But I would say HBO does have the better.
HBO's got some good shit, y'all. Yeah.
Some of the newer movies that they have are more intriguing. I haven't really watched any HBO shows. Kalak is watching Game of Thrones or something. I haven't really looked. There might be something interesting, but I have more. Like, that movie just came out 2 months ago. That might be because of COVID.
That's mostly because of COVID, but also HBO. I've had an HBO account for a couple years now because I steal it from my girlfriend's dad. But No, HBO is really good about getting newer movies like on their service quicker than a lot of other places. I think Amazon Prime is the only one I think is a little better than them. But yeah, no, I also have HBO Max. I also not hacked. I also found a way to put it onto my Fire Stick, because if you guys didn't know this, you can't get it on Fire Stick or Roku because they haven't reached a deal yet with either of those people to get a HBO Max app.
They're competitors.
Yes.
At least with Fire Stick.
Well, Amazon, what happened is that they're like, hey, if you're going to put HBO Max on here, you got to fucking put all that content integrated into our Amazon stuff. They haven't reached a deal on that yet. But I found a way to sideload the app onto my Fire Stick. It says HBO Now and everything. It's still in 4K.
HBO Now?
Well, it's the HBO Now app, but HBO Now is what HBO Max used to be. But they haven't updated the app yet to say HBO Max and stuff. But I sideloaded it. It's just that my Fire Stick sees it as HBO Now. But when you start it up, it says HBO Max. So I've been watching a lot of Fresh Prince because I love Fresh Prince. We also are watching Adventure Time from the beginning because Haley's never seen it before. We are watching our usual HBO shows. If you haven't caught up on recent HBO stuff, I definitely recommend Insecure. I think that's great for a lot. I mean, it's funny as hell. I love that show. Insecure. I would also
like black people.
Let's like black people, which we can see a lot of you motherfuckers like that now.
Hey.
So, and then there's also Game of Thrones. You haven't caught that. We also were watching Big Little Lies, which is really good. So I recommend it if you haven't been watching HBO stuff. I would at least get a trial or like 1 or 2 months to catch up on the things from HBO you want to watch. I'm keeping it because I like HBO and I need to watch a lot of different things on there. But
go ahead.
Sorry. But
their menus are shit. Listen, okay, I've tried everything.
Yeah, the menu's bad.
I've got we have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney, HBO. Netflix is a king. They figured out the menu. They've been around for what, 13 years now. Netflix.
I think they've had the worst one by far.
No, Netflix. Look, you have to finagle your way a little bit with the menu, but as far as finding something you're looking for, looking through stuff, Netflix is better than them all. Hulu. It just looking at it makes me want to turn it off every time.
They're actually going to update the Hulu UI pretty soon.
Yeah, they better, and they better not just pay the guy making the new one, but fire the woman who did the old one because it's horrible. It is trash.
Hey, I see that sneak diss you threw in there. That was fucking awful.
It's not even trash. I'm not gonna go that far. It's not that bad, but like you only see 6 things at a time in the normal menus, unless you go search, right? You only see, I think maybe it's 4. Only 4 things are listed there. You scroll through and scroll through and scroll through. The text is not appealing at all. It's not bad, but I prefer Netflix's because I can see more things on the screen.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
The problem with Netflix is that they show you the same thing like 5 times. Algorithm's bad.
The algorithm is fucking. Well, I think that invalidates everything. I feel like the algorithm being trash invalidates the rest of what you said. In my head, I'm not saying what you said. What you said is still valid, but to me, the algorithm is so bad. I hate looking at Netflix. I feel like every time I go on Netflix, I need to know what I'm going to watch or what I'm looking for, or I get lost and I get pissed.
Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime's organization is equivalent to like a woman's drawer. Dresser drawer.
What is up with the sexism today? What's up with that? Did Kalanka piss you off extra today?
No. I'm just saying, if I open the dresser drawer of a lady, it's going to look like Amazon Prime. There are things that are sorted. There are things that are not. There are things that are here. There are things that are there. There's trash up front. There's trash in the back. There are good things around. It's just weird. You open it and it's like digging through a box to find something you want. Looking at Amazon Prime is just,
no, it's bad. It's bad. I
really can't look for more than 10 minutes. If I don't find what I like in like 10 minutes, I'm out. I can sit in Netflix.
Yeah. I can't sit. No, Netflix is. I feel the exact opposite. I feel like Netflix is awful to look at. But I mean,
Netflix is black, so Netflix is more appealing to the eye.
Yeah, it is. It's black and red. Those are my favorite colors anyway. So whatever.
Hulu has this colorful.
Are you gonna go? You gonna go through each system?
Yeah, Prime is just white and blue. And then HBO Max. And you get HBO Max. HBO Max is like a men's bathroom. It's functional, but it's nothing at all.
I don't think it's that bad. I feel like
no, it's horrible.
It's not that bad.
If you open it up, it shows you movie. You scroll down, then they have a feature thing. And you scroll down again, you look at movie, and then where do you go? I don't know. You press down and go donk donk. That's the sound it makes. It goes donk donk.
Well, I don't know. Are you using it on PS4 or something? That's not what mine sounds like.
Using it on the TV. It goes donk donk.
Oh, your TV. Okay. No, then, so I have the Android app straight from the Android store. That does not sound like mine.
It goes donk donk.
Yeah.
What happens when you press it in the wrong direction? What is
nothing?
Donk donk. That's nothing. What it does on the other apps.
Anyway, I mean, it's good shit. I mean, if you like HBO stuff, if you wanna tune into that kind of stuff, I feel like this is your best deal unless you leech off of somebody's account like I was doing before. Things I liked off of it besides Fresh Prince and some of the other things. There's this original series with Anna Kendrick in it that's pretty good. It's raunchy and it's an adult series, so I would check it out. We watched like Anna Kendrick. Good for you. And then we also have Legendary, which is a super cool show. It's about ballroom culture, a lot of gay culture. Ballroom. If you've seen Pose, you know what I'm talking about. It's they go out and they ballroom. I'm maybe ballroom culture is gay dance culture. It's kind of like, so think America's Best Dance Crew, but it's like voguing and shit like that. Like a lot of like the gay like
voguing.
Voguing.
Oh, voguing. Like voguing? What the fuck?
So like a lot of like. So the show's got really great representation and stuff like that because a lot of it is gay culture. So there's a lot of gay people in it, a lot of gay black men, a lot of gay people in general, a lot of women, a lot of trans black women. Most trans black women I've seen in any TV show I've ever seen in my life. The hosts are cool. Megan Thee Stallion is on, what?
I think the most I've seen on any television show is one. So you mean two?
No, yeah, right, exactly. No. There's at least like 5 or 6. Which is hilarious. Yeah, you're proving my point. Yeah, exactly. Proving my point. So, proving your point, I mean. So, yeah, I would check it out. It's super fun. It literally think of like America's Best Dance Crew or that, a better version of that hip hop show that came out on Netflix. Super great presentation, great filming. It's pretty entertaining. I thought the first episode was kind of trash because the performances were really short. But the subsequent episode, they released 2 episodes. They come out every Thursday.
This isn't like a drama. This is like a competition.
I just said it's a competition show. Yes, I just said think America's Best Dance Crew, Shamar. It's a competition show.
I was thinking America's Best Dance Crew, but a drama.
That's no, Shamar. It's no. What the fuck? When did I say it was a drama? Because I said gay people were in it. No, it's
you said gay.
No. So anyway, it is a competition show. I just said the judges. Megan Thee Stallion, who I will die for her. Jamila Jamil is just kind of there for no reason. And there's a couple other, the other hosts are very, entrenched in the scene. I don't want to mess their names up. I'm pretty sure one of them name is Law Roach, which I think is a hilarious name. And then the other woman is also like heavily entrenched in ballroom culture and trans culture and stuff. So super cool. I would recommend it if you just want to see something with a lot of fun music, a lot of cute jokes and shit. The judges don't really offer too much, but they're fun. They're there. The performers are really where the show shines. There's only been 2 episodes so far. They release them every Thursday, but if you're interested, it's on HBO Max. And if you're listening to this, message me so you can bum off my account. Because guess what? If you don't tell me within the next week, I'm not giving it to you. So yeah, I thought that was good. And yeah, so HBO Max is all right. I'm just waiting for them to add all the Batman animated series stuff and other shit that I want to see. So. Except for the Snyder Cut. Fuck that. I don't want that.
Yeah, you do.
I know. Oh, and speaking of movies and stuff, I also watched Lovebirds on Netflix, which is new, I would say, dark comedy starring Kumail Nanjiani and Issa Rae from Insecure. So Kumail Nanjiani, y'all know, he's in everything. He's in Silicon Valley. He's in like 30 different cartoons. He's in the Walking Dead video game. He's in a bunch of different shit. But thought it was really funny. What happened
to Harold and Kumar? happened to
I
this
don't
guy?
know. They moved on. The last one came out like 5 years ago. They moved on. They're all like 40 something now. I think it got old.
I don't think I've ever watched.
The guy who's playing Harold, he's gonna play fucking Spike in the Cowboy Bebop live action version.
Which one is Harold?
The Asian.
Oh, never mind.
One.
Kumar's got it. They're both Asian. You dick.
You know what the fuck I mean? Don't do that. When people refer to Indian people, do they refer to them as Indian or they refer to them as Asian? Which one?
Oh, so Indians aren't Asian.
No, they are Asian, but he is also Indian. Are you just being don't do that dumb shit on purpose to me. Don't do that. I also enjoyed. I'm just gonna keep talking. I also enjoyed Magic for Humans. Season 3 came out. We finished it this week. It was pretty good. We also finished Glow, season 3, which I was really late on, but that was good. And we also finished The Midnight Gospel with Duncan Trussell, which is really fucking good. And I found the podcast all of those clips from the episodes are from, and I re-listened to some of them, and his podcast is really good. So if you have time, I think it's called Family Time with Duncan Trussell, but it should be pretty easy to find. He sounds nothing like he looks. It's really weird. Are you still there? Are you just gonna sit there?
He doesn't sound like a little space boy.
No, he doesn't. No, because I thought this dude like was some lanky looking dude. He looks like every white dude with a beard who's like, a little overweight. But he's really cool. You
can't say racist things like that. Like Indians aren't Asians and white.
I didn't say Indians aren't fucking Asians. When did I say that?
What does that like to me?
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast. This has been the Super Chevy Brothers podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Super Chevy Bro. No S. Remember, no S on that. You can find us on Facebook at Super Chevy Brothers it's bros, but bros. You can find us on Discord by going to our Twitter and clicking on that link. Join the Discord. I'm always there. I'm always at my computer all day. You can talk to me all day there. So come on, jump on us. You can find us on Twitch and Twitter by the same username, I guess. My Twitch name is Chevy1220. You can find me on Twitter at Chavar Price. And Chaval's Twitch, I don't even know if you have. Do you have a Twitch?
I don't have a Twitch yet. I'm going to make one soon. I figured we would make one for the channel, so we just use that one anytime we're streaming. But, I don't have a Twitch, but I have other shit. You can find me at Cheval P on Twitter. You can find me Cheval Price on Facebook. You can find me that's mainly where you could find me, but just remember to follow us all those other places. Also, check out my newsletter, lazydesperado.substack.com, if you want just other updates from me in terms of non-video game stuff and video game stuff, because I can never stop talking about video games. But, stay safe out there, everybody. If you want to help somebody, feel like helping them, do it. Don't, do it and be safe. I wouldn't try to get COVID while I'm trying to help people. But, this has been a great show. I have enjoyed doing this. We will definitely catch you guys next time. And please send us some messages so we can get some even better content for all you people who keep joining the show.
Oh, my God. Listening. Come on, man. Jesus.
Oh, I didn't know the theme was going.
You've been talking through the whole damn thing.
I didn't know it was even going.
Did you finish saying what you were saying? Jesus, you talked the whole thing.
Well, it didn't come through my earbuds. I didn't hear it. So anyway, like I said, everybody stay safe out there. Whatever you guys do to feel good, donate, post, whatever. Just stay safe. And we love you guys. Be back next week. Shut up.
Also, check out the links in the description because those things will help us out. There are PlayStation cards in there, Xbox cards in there. I will also be linking the device that I bought today back then to help me with my stream if you're into that. Basically, anything that we use for the show will be linked in the podcast. And clicking those links will help us out. We don't have any sponsors. Sometimes you guys blank us like this. It seems like
I was long-winded.
Yeah, you were. It's too late now. The music's gone. The show's just going to have to end right here.